Hi, my name is Adolfo Melgar Alegría from Group 4GM at Universidad Autónoma de Chiapas, and this is a project for my English class. I'm going to talk about this black man right here. Basically, he was a promoter and defender of the human rights, and his name is Martin Luther King Jr. He was born in Atlanta, USA on January the 10th of 1929, and he died in Memphis, USA on April the 4th of 1968 when he was 39 years old. He was assassinated. He was injured by a firearm. Rest in peace, Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you. Well, he studied his high school at Booker T. Washington at Atlanta. He started his university when he was 15 years old, something not normal. At Morehouse College, it was a school for black youth. Then in 1948, he graduated in sociology at Morehouse. He had a Bachelor of Divinity degree in theology at Pennsylvania. He also has a degree of Doctor of Philosophy when he was at Boston in 1955. His children, the first one was Yolanda King in 1955. The next one was Martin Luther King Jr. III at 1957. Then was Dexter Scott at 1961. And the last one, the youngest, Bernice, at 1963 were born. Here you have it, some pictures of them. Some main events of Martin Luther King Jr. life was basically he was a promoter and defender of human rights. He was a starter. He was one of the first one who started peaceful. He was one of the first ones to use peaceful struggles, peaceful manifestations to achieve equity of the civil rights and also for the rights of the Afro-Americans, the black ones, the black race. One example was on 1955 when he was arrested. He was arrested with other activists after leading a boycott of Montgomery transportations. This because at that time it was a huge difference between races and rights, basically rights, human rights. the black people cannot have a space at, at the bus, you know. Um, the black people have to give up their seats when a white person came to the bus. And that was what Martin Luther King Jr. was fighting for equity, basically. This was a success in 1955. He was pretty young when he was murdered. He has 39 years old, so it was a short time, a short life, but with good quality of content. Why do I say this? Because he had like just 1 decade, 10 years of change. He did various protests under the principle of civil disobedience without violence. So, in other words, peaceful manifestations. In 1963 at Birmingham, the peaceful protests and boycotts in the city had forestalled his arrest in 1963. Meanwhile, he was in jail. He wrote a letter, he wrote a passage, and with help of the President Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, I think it is, he got his freedom. He get out of jail. And finally, in 1963, he has his very special and famous speech named I Have a Dream. And I would like to repeat the speech, just a part of it. I like it. And it says like his main goal achieved in his career, his life. It says, I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slaves owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day on the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, One day, right down in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see together. Thank you.